Nick Dignam, partner, Fortitude Investment Partners. Thank you very much for presenting at the Insight Network's Investment Leaders Forum, Byron Bay.
Thank you for having me.
Nick, what role can private equity play in portfolios built for private wealth clients?
Well, James, private equity can play a number of roles in a client's portfolio. Private equity often offers superior risk-adjusted returns, so it offers a return premium relative to other asset classes. It offers diversification. There are sectors or subsectors that one can access through private equity that aren't necessarily available in other asset classes. And the third is just the opportunity set. The private market and the private company landscape in Australia and globally is growing exponentially. Investing through private equity allows investors to access this large, broad pool of companies.
Could you briefly describe your process and strategy for choosing domestic companies to partner with?
At Fortitude, we look for three key features in any business. Firstly, we look for a sector or a subsector that has strong market tailwinds. The second thing we look for is a business that has a sustainable competitive advantage, and we look to diligence that through the numbers. So looking at the historical financial performance to see strong margins, strong return on capital as evidence of sustainable competitive advantage. And the third thing we look for is people that we can partner with who we think can take the business from where it is today to a much larger and more profitable business in the future.
What specific value does your partnership add to the businesses that you invest in, and how does that facilitate their growth towards a more successful or a successful exit process?
When we invest in a company, obviously one thing that we bring to the table is capital. But more than that, we bring experience with having helped businesses that have been of a similar size and scale to grow to be much larger businesses, but also have a successful exit event. And so the way in which that practically plays out is we take active board positions in relation to those companies. We set up governance structures. We help with acquisitions. We help with financing. We help with finding the right executives. And then most importantly, we help the business to navigate the exit process. And that process starts from the moment that we invest.
What does risk management look like in your world?
Well, there's two areas of risk management that we think about. One is at the company level. And our job at the company level, the investment level, is to implement a risk management framework that any buyer would expect to see when they ultimately go to buy the business on exit in 3 to 5 years' time. And so we look to step up the risk management and governance framework around risk at the portfolio company level. And again, that process starts from day one. The second area of risk management is at the management level, the investment management level. And we have an extensive sort of risk and compliance regime that you would expect at an investment manager of our scale.
Can you discuss the typical exit strategies that you have in place for your investments and how you prepare your portfolio companies for those exit events?
So we start to think about exit before we make an investment, and we work with the business and our partners to start to define what we think the exit timeframe and the end exit partner will be from the moment that we invest. And we start to build relationships with those buyers from day one. And so it's a multi-year journey where we've got sort of the end in mind. One of the things that we've found that's the most significant driver of exit outcome, though, is you can either have the market or the buyers in the right position or the business in the right position. It's very difficult to combine both. So it's always about, in our view, it's always about when the buyers are ready and making the business always ready rather than the other way around.